and faster to truly meet and exceed the expectations that our families and community have for us, and the expectations we have for each other as educators. Our new literacy plan is the first step towards a stronger growth. And I love it.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace, every weekday from 12 to 1, streaming live on YouTube and on 1017 The Truth.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, sponsored by FidelityWealthManagement.com. MoviePass CEO Stacy Spikes wants a piece of the growing prediction market pie with his new platform called Mogul, where you can creatively bet on the success of your favorite movie stars and films. Spikes told Bloomberg he's building the model around sports betting, which he says drives engagement for leagues.
When people are doing that, they go to the games and watch the games 75% more.
Okay.
So the more that you're engaged in outcome and what you think is going to happen, the more likely you are to go to the movies.
Spikes in a conversation with Bloomberg TV's Romaine Bostick. It's a bold strategy, but Spikes thinks it could be the film industry's next big thing.
When you're doing sports are regional. Well, when something like Wicked opens, it opens worldwide. So you have no impediment to worldwide growth, so it could grow very fast.
I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
He steps to the mic with a boom, ping, ping. Wisdom sharper than a beast's fierce sting. Words like fireflies that light the night. He turns the dark into blazing bright. Boom, ping, ping, the truth takes wing. Milwaukee's voice, let the city sing. Boom, ping, ping, hear the freedom ring. Sherwin's the king, all the airwaves king. Shake the ground, unveils the truth where lies abound. Politics, justice, social streams. He molds the chaos into dreams. No silence here, just the sound of change. Boom, ping, ping, rearrange. Boom, ping, ping, the truth takes wing. Milwaukee's voice, let the city sing. Boom, ping, ping, hear the freedom ring. Sherwin's the king, or the airwaves king. Through the static, through the noise, he amplifies the people's voice. Boom, ping, ping, like a heartbeat's call. He's got the wisdom to break down walls. Yeah. Da, 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 da.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. Today is Monday, December 8th, 2025. There's going to be a new entrance into the race for governor this week. I'm not supposed to tell you, but I come to find out over the weekend that it is one of the worst kept secrets in all of Wisconsin politics. I'm going to tell you who it is in just a second, but before I get to who the new entrant is, we had a series of conversations over the last couple of weeks about Mandela Barnes, and rightfully so, because he was a former lieutenant governor of the state of Wisconsin. He was a U.S. Senate candidate. He served in the Wisconsin State Assembly for a couple of terms, and he fairly recently announced that he was going to run for governor. And he's a well-known commodity. Maybe he's famous, maybe he's infamous, maybe he's a little bit of A and a little bit of B. So before he got into the race, there was a poll that was commissioned. I was a part of that poll to see how well Mandela would do. Now, we knew he was getting into the race. At that point in time, we just did not know when. So we wanted to give an advantage to the voters in this state, because there's one thing that I believe we're going to have in common more November of 26 than we did, say, November of 2024, and more in common than we had in November of 2016. I think as we move through the calendar year of 2026, people will want some semblance of normalcy in our politics. I think inflation will still be out of control. Costs are not going to come down because we still have a president that believes that affordability is a hoax. We are not entirely sure what is going to happen with the affordability of health care, et cetera. And I just have a feeling that the Democrats are going to have a little bit of an advantage. That does not mean they're going to win. That does not mean they're going to be successful, because if there is a political party that can snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, it is the Democrats. But they do have some what we call tailwinds. And so it's my job, actually, to inform the people that listen to my program, because this show is decidedly political, but also we have to be more informed than most, because Wisconsin is a very crucial battleground state. And ladies and gentlemen, I take this job very, very seriously, because democracy only works when people are informed. And so I do my level best to provide information and to give advantages to people in the city of Milwaukee or the state of Wisconsin or wherever you may be listening from. And I also find it appealing that there are people from around the country that are curious as to what those battleground state Wisconsin folks are talking about on political talk radio. It's very fascinating, it is, for some people that may live elsewhere, because I think they have maybe a diminished opinion of Wisconsinites, but I'm glad when they listen, because they can hear how bright we are, how intelligent, how critical thinking we are. Of course, until Al calls, and then they also get that side of Wisconsinites as well. So as we move toward 2026, I want to make sure that we have all the information that we need so we can make the most informed decision possible. So the matchup in the poll, and I've talked about the poll a couple of times, but it's coming into sharper focus now than when we released the poll somewhere around November 2nd, November 5th, about a month and some change ago. We matched up Mandela Barnes with Tom Tiffany. And people are like, Sherwin, what sense does that make? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? Even before Mandela got in the race, and we knew that he was going to, we wanted to see how he would match up. Because remember, he has the most name recognition. And when it comes to a Democratic primary, people are going to vote for the person who they're most familiar with. Whether they like him or not, whoever's name kind of glows when you look at it on a very long, crowded list of options when you get your primary ballot, one particular name will stand out because people have seen Mandela Barnes on their primary and general election ballots in all 72 counties on several occasions. And he's from Milwaukee, and he's been elected as an assembly representative in the city of Milwaukee. So it just makes sense. It's intuitive that he potentially would beat out a crowded field because there are more people that know him. He probably can raise a little bit more money than everybody else. So it made sense to us to pair him up with who we believe the Republican nominee is going to be, and that is Tom Tiffany. We did the poll to give voters and those that are interested an advantage to know that if you were one of those people that would be voting for Mandela Barnes because he's been lieutenant governor before, you've seen his name on the ballot before. I mean, he is a Democrat. Some of you like him very much personally, and you want to vote for him for that reason. So he could have beaten everybody in the Democratic field. Well, at least until Joel Brennan gets in the race. We'll talk about Joel in a second. Joel, don't be mad at me. I saw Joel on Friday night, and I said, Joel, because I heard that he was going to run. I said, Joel, am I not supposed to know? You know what he said to me? He was kind of smug. He said, well, Sherwin, you are a member of the media, and you might leak my secret. I said, Joel, it's not a secret because I already know. So if Mandela got into the race, which we predicted he would, and he did, we wanted to match him up with Tom Tiffany. We also know that Mandela Barnes has trouble winning statewide races against even weak Republicans. Ron Johnson, who defeated Mandela Barnes in 2022, was dramatically weaker than Tom Tiffany is going to be in November of 2026. And Mandela lost to arguably the weakest Republican that we've ever had running statewide in Wisconsin since Governor Scott McCallum. Most of you don't remember Governor Scott McCallum. Of course you don't, because he was a weak Republican and very, very forgettable. We want to inform the voters of this city and of this state and those who may be interested in Wisconsin politics. Do not put your support behind someone who's going to ultimately lose statewide, but deliver a Trump sycophant to be governor of the state of Wisconsin while the Republicans still have majority control in the Wisconsin State Senate and the Wisconsin State Assembly. You guys see what's going on in Congress. Maybe you pay attention, maybe you don't. With Mike Johnson being Speaker and John Thune being the leader of the Senate and Donald Trump being president, the policies that are moving through a Trump-controlled, Republican-controlled federal legislature, let's just say they're problematic and they're out of touch. We don't want a duplication of that, because all Wisconsin politics would do and our policy would do is mimic what is happening in Washington, D.C. And I don't think that we want that here. We don't want it. I don't think that we want it right now. It's going to get worse as we move through the year 2026. So that is why we matched up the two people that we did in the poll. And people kept saying, well, Sherwin, why those two? How come those two? Because these are the most likely individuals. And so there's an article that appeared in local media, and it's following right along with the script that we predicted when we did the poll before Mandela even got in the race. Mandela Barnes, the new Democratic candidate for governor, said he is immediately turning his focus to the general election and targeting Tom Tiffany. So what we polled in November is exactly what Mandela's focus is on. Well, this is perfect because it's predictable. We did the poll before Mandela got in the race, knew that he would be a front runner. Statistically, he very well could advance through the Democratic primary and face off against the strongest Republican, which is Tom Tiffany. Tom Tiffany, who is stronger, infinitely stronger than Ron Johnson, beats Mandela Barnes in this poll. And most people say, well, Sherwin, I would choose Mandela over Tom Tiffany. When it came down to it, obviously I would too, but the rest of Wisconsin would not. And this is what I'm trying to prevent by giving those who are interested a little bit of an early advantage to illustrate Mandela Barnes is going to lose that election. And here's what's crazy. We know a year before the election that he's going to lose. So why would you support someone who we know is going to lose? And with Mandela now targeting his campaign toward Tom Tiffany, Mandela knows that he will be facing off against that man that ultimately will probably beat him. Mandela Barnes, the new Democratic candidate for governor, this appears in WISN.com, says he's immediately turning his focus to the general election instead of the half dozen other Democratic candidates in the primary. We're making sure that we have everything, every resource ready to take on Tom Tiffany because he is the likely nominee. Now, I'm wondering if his internal polling and his political consultants that are probably bleeding him dry, I wonder if they made that same assessment that Tom Tiffany is the likely Republican nominee, or did they get that information from our poll? Either way, it is following a script, and the script ends with Mandela Barnes losing. Some of you may be familiar with a man by the name of Joel Brennan. He is a very well-known and, dare I say, respected Milwaukee and statewide commodity. He has in the past worked for gubernatorial candidate Tom Barrett when Barrett ran for governor. Joel Brennan was at one point in time a candidate for the Wisconsin State Senate. I believe it was the 7th District. He was unsuccessful in that bid. Joel Brennan has been the Department of Administration Secretary under the tutelage of Governor Tony Evers. Joel Brennan is currently the chairman and CEO of the Greater Milwaukee Committee, probably one of the most significant and powerful committees anywhere in Wisconsin, maybe even in the Midwest. He also has served as the CEO of the Discovery World Museum. Thing about Joel, he can raise a boatload of money. Doesn't have a lot of baggage. Oh, and by the way, he's a white fella. Now, I know what you're saying, Sherwin, because that's how you say my name when you're skeptical. It's not always about race. Kinda. A little bit. See the racist lady at the Cinnabon? Did you see that in the Schwabenon? She called the Somali family a bunch of N-words. Yeah, it is about race. Let me tell you why it's about race just a little bit. Not a lot, maybe just a little bit. But remember, elections in the state of Wisconsin statewide going back, 4 or 5 cycles have been decided by 20 or 30,000 votes. There's more than 30,000 people in my damn zip code. So if race can play a factor, it most certainly will. Maybe just in the margins, you see. Wisconsin is between, it depends on who we count as Caucasian these days. Sometimes the Latinos are white, Hispanics, sometimes they're not. I'm not really sure what they're going to do. Whatever the Latinos decide, whether they're Latino, non-Caucasian, or Caucasian Latinos, they better pick the one that's less likely to be deported. Some of y'all better start changing your last names from Rodriguez to Rogers. Just a tip. Just a little information for you. Just trying to help you out. So Wisconsin is between 79 and 81% Caucasian, okay? That doesn't shock anybody. The demographics of the electorate, so people that actually vote, is 84% white. So the people in the state of Wisconsin that vote, they vote in a number that is higher than the actual racial makeup. Meaning white people in the state of Wisconsin overcompensate their demographics when it comes to voting by 4 to 5%. African Americans, consequently, we underperform. So we're about, on a good day, depends on how many Hispanics want to join us, we're about 5 or 6% of the population, but we're only 4% of the voter turnout. So if race is a factor, and if African-American black people do prefer a black candidate, we are outmatched dramatically because we are even underperforming our demographics in the state. Take a break, come back. I want to share with you a little more information that really solidifies the fact that what Mandela Barnes is trying to do is next to impossible in the grand scheme of history in Wisconsin. Very rarely, if ever, has someone run statewide like Mandela did in 2022, lose, then run a subsequent campaign and win. You got to go back to like the 1950s for a situation where someone ran statewide and lost, then ran statewide again later on and then won. A lot of times voters will reject someone and then never vote for them ever again because of a previous rejection. It also hurts their fundraising. So Mandela is chasing, I'm going to go ahead and say, an impossible dream. And I'm telling you this because I don't want us to wake up that Wednesday in November of 2026 and saying, we probably should have picked a different Democrat to run against Tom Tiffany. Now is your chance to pick a different Democrat to run against Tom Tiffany. He is the one we have to defeat. We have time on our side, and we've got plenty of candidates to choose from. Mandela's just not the guy. You're listening to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 101.7 FM. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back shortly.
Don't touch that dial. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
The revolution starts in our mind, right? You know when Gil Scott-Heron said the revolution won't be televised? Like he didn't mean that you won't be able to watch it on TV. He means the revolution starts in your mind. You nincompoop. Y'all been running around saying that for 60 years. The revolution won't be televised and didn't even know what the hell it meant. It starts with us.
Let him cook. Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Our telephone number in case you want to call it or text it with, I don't know, questions, comments, concerns, winning Powerball numbers. Apparently the Powerball has jumped up to $875 million. That's just enough for me to consider buying a ticket. It's crazy because, like, when the Powerball is like, I don't know, what's the lowest amount it ever is, like 20 or 30 million? Oh, that's not enough for me to spend $1. It's got to be almost $1 billion for me to spend one single dollar and not win. The daydreaming that I do when I buy a ticket is worth the small price to pay. So good luck to you all who are going to play the Powerball. And if you win, kick your boy a little something. You know what I mean? You ain't got to. I could be like a tax write-off for you. I'll give you my Social Security number. You can claim me as a dependent. It's fine. Do some odd jobs for you around the house. I'll be a serve. Wait a minute. Don't talk me into slavery with all of your Powerball winnings. But good luck to those of you that play. We titled today's show, When Doves Cry. What happens when peace-loving people are so miserably, sadly, and sorely disappointed? I think that we are starting to see it right now. And just the dilapidation of our institutions and of our democracy. Also, if you go to YouTube, how far are we? Oh, we need only 30 more people to get to 5 Gs. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I really would like for you to do that. It would be a great Christmas present to myself and to Andrew, who is producing the show today. Shout out to Andrew. Go to youtube.com or open up your YouTube app from your smartphone or other mobile device. Search 101.7 The Truth, hit subscribe, and you'll be rewarded with the ability to participate in our YouTube chat. So we have a poll up on the YouTube because I always want to get an assessment of your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on popular topics and subjects, because we're going to talk about the impact of artificial intelligence. And as of right now, I'm just curious, what are your sentiments on AI? And some of you are very familiar with it, some of you are not. Full disclosure, my opening theme song, Boom Ping Ping, was created by artificial intelligence. Full disclosure, in May of this year, I created a 12-track smooth jazz album called Blue Mist, entirely with prompts via artificial intelligence. Some of you may not like that. Some of you may think that it's not real musicianship. You can have your thoughts and feelings on it, but if AI is going to exist, this new burgeoning technology that most people don't even really know what the hell it is. Well, I want to ride the wave. I'm trying to surf on this AI thing. You know what I mean? They're saying that artificial intelligence will be what the internet has become since the launch of the consumer internet in like 1992, 1993. I have been connected to the internet since 1994. That's almost 32 years, and I have seen it develop into something no one ever could have imagined. Ever. Artificial intelligence is going to be that times a million. So if it exists, I want to be able to use it and manipulate it. And as I learn it, I want to be able to share some of the benefits with you all. So we have a poll on our YouTube channel, I guess we'd call it. It's a channel, a page, whatever. Your opinion of AI is, you have three options: mostly positive, neutral, or mostly negative. I'm just curious as to what you guys think about artificial intelligence based on what you know about it as of this day and date. And then at some point during the program, I really have to get to this guy. His name is Larry Ellison, and you may not know who he is. He's a tech billionaire, but he's one that likes a lower profile. The most dangerous kings are always silent. I'm worried about him, and I want to share with you what Larry Ellison is trying to do. And I'm going to roll that all into media and social media and all the other great things that we use but are also afraid of. In the meantime, let's talk to Linda. You're on 101.7 The Truth.
Good morning, good wintry morning, Professor, and to all the good black and white people of Milwaukee and America. Hey, Sherwin. I'm so glad that you tapped in on this subject. I was listening to Bernie Sanders all weekend. He has a video going, and he's warning us about AI is a threat to humanity. He says that there's a handful of billionaire white men who are controlling the logistics of what goes in there, the information, how they're going to control. They want to control a lot of our, private lives, and that data centers are taking up a lot of our electricity and water, and it's going to cause our electricity to go up. It is going to change our humanity as we know it, and we're not talking enough about it. I'm so glad you're tapping into it, for real. We need to tap into that.
I don't necessarily. No, go ahead.
I don't want these people to be controlling every aspect of my life.
They already are, Linda.
And we need to talk about Peter Thiel. He's another quiet demon in the bushes. In the shadows. And the things that they've been quoted to saying about people it's just crazy that they think that they are above the rest of us. It's just crazy. These are actual quotes from these people.
They're justified in feeling that way. The problem is once the horse is out of the barn, you can't put it back in. Now, do we need more tight regulations on artificial intelligence? Yes, but here's where the problem lies. I'd say the majority of the people that can make federal legislation to bring AI to heel, or at least make it more ethical or moral legally, U.S. senators are in their 80s. Some of them don't even know how to check their own damn email. And to think that they can even potentially come up with an idea or a policy that can rein in AI is insane. They're too old. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. Most of them are dying or retiring, and the opportunity for us to rein in AI and regulate it is right now. And Donald Trump is not equipped either. In fact, Donald Trump will probably give all of the access to some of those tech billionaires so that they can run what AI ultimately is going to become instead of having it be mindful of the people and their sentiments.
As a matter of fact, they said that Donald Trump has already put in an executive order so that states cannot regulate AI. He wants the tech tycoons to run it.
And well, yeah, that makes sense. But this thing, a Democrat may not be any different though, too, because the amount of money that artificial intelligence is producing is, let's just say, it's staggering. But I'm not ready to talk about that yet, Linda. I was going to talk about that later on in the show. Now I'm still talking about Mandela.
Okay, poor Mandela.
No, don't feel sorry for Mandela.
He's a hope and a dream. That's all I can say. But I just want a strong person like Evers to take the place. I don't care if they purple. I want a strong politician like Evers who is awake, who knows, and I applaud him for taking, for stopping or exiting his career at this time. He's at the height of it. He's done a great job. But I really wish he had stayed. I just, wish somebody that is as strong as him would replace him. I don't care what color they are, for real. We need another Evers, for real.
I don't know if I'd say Tony Evers is at the height of his career. He's at the end of it, unless you want to call it.
Well, I think he's at the best of it. He's done better than any governor I've known.
I mean, considering the circumstances, I think he did what he could.
I lived here 50 years. I mean, he could have done better, yes, but I'm just saying, as far as what I've observed and how I've lived here in Milwaukee, I think that he has done a lot of great things, and I think that if he was younger, like 20, 30 years younger, and still a governor, he would really have done greater things, especially for this school.
All right, Linda, appreciate your call.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye, Linda. Now, Tony is good. I like his leadership has saved us from some of the worst impulses of the Republican majority in our legislature. His vetoes, his line item vetoes. He did veto something very recently that I'm not happy about. Even though he's a Democrat, and I think that he did a considerable job, especially moving Wisconsin through COVID and delivering tons of resources to different communities that Republicans don't even think about. He vetoed a bill that would fine people for having fake service animals. Have you guys seen people like a service iguana, like a service ostrich, and they try to bring these damn animals into the Subway restaurant on a damn airplane? These people are insane. You can't tell me I can't come in here. This is my service rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo is my service rooster's name. That's crazy to me. Come on, y'all. We got to have some regulation on this stuff. I'm not even cool with some of these emotions, because a service dog is one thing, right? If you have seizures, or if you're diabetic and your service dog knows when your blood sugar goes up and you need some insulins, or if you're blind and your service dog sees, or if you're deaf and your service dog uses its ears to tell you when the phone is ringing, I'm all for that. But then people have these emotional support animals. Some of y'all are insane. You know what people need that have these emotional support animals that are like a gerbil? Think about this for a second. If a gerbil gets loose in your house, you basically have a mouse. Isn't that crazy? But if it's in a cage, it's a pet. If it's a gerbil loose in my house, I'm setting traps. Those people just need a friend. That's all you need, is a human being friend that'll talk to you on the phone and text you when you're feeling low. Instead, you're going to get a service guinea pig. This is my service parakeet. I got two of them, Molly and Polly. It's insane to me. All right, take a break, come back. Democrat Mandela Barnes is trying to do something no Wisconsin politician has done in a very long time: win major office after losing a big statewide election. All I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is don't waste your time and don't waste your vote. Stop voting for people that you like and vote for people that can win. If I was to build a franchise basketball team, football team, or baseball team, I very easily could put my friends on that team. My friends are old, their backs hurt, their knees are giving out, and they suck at sports. But you know what? But I like them. We ain't going to win a single damn game. Or I would build a roster of qualified, excellent, valuable players and win championships. And I may not even like all the players on my team, but the whole point is to win. You don't build no team of just people that you like. Sometimes you got to hire people that you may not like so very much, or vote for people that you may not like so very much, but at least they can get the job done and lift this country and the state out of the doldrums. I got to take one of those commercial breaks now. You're listening to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Dad's going to be far side. Good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles. The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
You're just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good, because today I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
There are 9 examples in the past 50 years. In each case, the attempted, quote, comeback failed. So this is where someone ran statewide, lost, then ran statewide again, thinking that they would win. Before I get into the examples, it's pretty common sense. If someone runs for office in 2022 and they lose, and the next opportunity to run for statewide office comes 4 years later, in that 4 years, new leaders are born. They are forged, they are cultivated, and they also may be readying themselves for that next opportunity. If you ran and lost, and you had support, fair amount of support, public support, support from your party and your party faithful, and you lost, someone is learning from your loss. What Democrats need to do is stop repeating failures of the past. And I'm saying this as an African-American man who is also heterosexual and cisgender, and my pronouns are the man ones. He, Mr., Daddy, whatever those pronouns, those are mine. So I want to say normal because I can't even say normal anymore because that might offend somebody who's not normal. I'm for like all the people being able to live their best lives. I don't think it is my business to tell someone that I don't know, that I've never met, don't know what their upbringing was like, don't know what their childhood was like, don't know what their developmental environment was like. It is not fair for me to tell that person how they should and should not live their lives. Here's how it's supposed to be. You can't discriminate against anybody. You can't. Because if discrimination exists in one place, it's going to exist in another. And if it exists in more than one place, then it's going to exist forever. Just let people do what the hell they're going to do. Now, you can't hurt anybody. Don't harm anyone. Don't be a jerk, and just let people do what they're going to do. If you want to be gay as you can be. If you want to be a lesbian, be so lesbian that you're a queen lesbian. If you want to be queer, you go ahead and be queer. I ain't got time to figure out which bathroom these people are going to. Who cares? Anyways, Democrats got to stop trying to check all the boxes. What are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? Everyone needs to be protected. Like, that is what the laws that they should support should say. Don't discriminate against people. Don't ban someone from employment. Don't bar someone's religious affiliation. As long as they're not hurting anybody and we can all move together in society and be unique individuals and everybody feels protected, that actually makes us all safer. But when you discriminate against one group versus another, which the Republicans love to do, Donald Trump puts together these lists of countries where if you're from that country, you're a bad person. Don't do that. Because then those people that are on the bad countries list while they're here in the United States of America, they have every reason to rebel against this country, including innocent people that are in it. I just don't like that kind of stupid conflict. But the Democrats think that they have to have like all the boxes checked. If the Democrats could, at least the old Democrats, 2024 Democrats, had their way, they would pick the most minority candidate they could possibly get. What's the most minority candidate we could get? It would be like a disabled black woman, veteran, special needs Muslim on Medicare with a service animal that's blind. I mean, the service animal is blind, so even our service animal is special needs. The Democrats be like, oh, my God, that's our perfect candidate. Oh, and they're transgender, too. Black woman, transgender woman, military veteran, disabled, special needs with a blind service dog and a motorized wheelchair. Yes, we found our candidate. They check all the boxes. And maybe they do check all the boxes. I think Democrats they believe they need a candidate that speaks to even the smallest minority of voter, which is dumb because now you're starting to split hairs. And even if you get 100% of the black, Muslim, transgender, wheelchair-bound, I don't know, deaf and blind woman in the wheelchair with a blind service dog, even if you get 100% of that extreme minority vote, it still isn't going to be enough to be a Trump supporter. or to be someone who is endorsed by Donald Trump. They have to rise above all that identity politics stuff because most of us don't care. We don't care about them checking all the boxes. And quite honestly, at this point, I don't even need a black candidate. In fact, I think I'd rather have a white one. A white one that gets it, that understands. A white one that's going to do right by the different constituencies that help put them in office. But you don't run on all of that. I want to be the candidate for the left, right, gay, transgender, wheelchair. Just be a candidate for everybody. And then once you get in office, if there are things that specific groups need because they're being discriminated against, then you support a bill or a law that eliminates discrimination. That's what you do. All this damn identity politics stuff. And I'm saying this because I think there are white candidates that we as black people need to give a chance. We think that because we vote for somebody black or because somebody black is in a race that they're going to do right by us. No, they're not. Black people aren't even supporting Mandela Barnes. There's a group of like people and consultants in Washington, D.C. that don't know that he isn't well liked in Wisconsin because they like him. They assume that we Wisconsinites want him to be governor too. They are detached from this state. And so whenever you have outside influences trying to determine who our governor is going to be, then that governor is never going to be ours. That governor is going to belong to those outside influences, never to us. They are going to control the political agenda. And that's one thing that we don't really go for here in Wisconsin. We don't want Washington interest because Washington is real. I almost said it. It's real messed up. Insert your own F word. There are 9 examples in the last half century. In each case, the attempt to come back failed. You need to go all the way back to 1970 to find a successful comeback. That was the year that Democrat Pat Lucey was elected governor after losing the same office to Republican Lee Dreyfus 4 years earlier. And he was elected again Lucey was elected in 1974. So all of the people I'm referring, they're all dead. They're not even alive people anymore. The last comeback before that involves the astonishing career of Wisconsin political legend, Democrat Bill Proxmire. He lost 1, 2, 3 general elections for governor in 1952, 1954, and 1956, when governors served 2-year terms before winning 6 Senate elections in a row, starting in the 1957 special election held after the death of Joe McCarthy. You remember Joe McCarthy? Well, maybe some of you don't because most of you weren't born. He called everybody a communist, and he was a part of the Red Scare. He's another embarrassing Wisconsin politician. We'll take a break, come back, continue our chat. I'll also take a look at our YouTube poll because we're going to talk about artificial intelligence and your opinion on it. So far, we have... What is your opinion of AI is the question. 16% of you say mostly positive. That's low. 18% say mostly negative. And look at this, the category of neutral. Those that have a neutral opinion of artificial intelligence have the majority at 66%. Okay, well, we still have some defining to do, so people don't have their minds made up about AI just yet. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. We'll be right back.
You are listening to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, think you're the ultimate trivia champ?
Well, prove it against us, your favorite WTMJ host.
It's free to play. All we ask is bring a new unwrapped toy to benefit Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Or you can donate at WTMJ.com. Just text TOY to the WTMJ Talk and Text line.
855-616-1620. Grab your friends. Test your smarts. All while helping a great cause.
It's the WTMJ Trivia Challenge, coming to a place near you.
Check out the schedule of where we will be at WTMJ.com.
Ring in your holiday season at the Bradley Symphony Center when the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra and the Milwaukee Symphony Chorus present Hometown Holiday Pops, December 13th through the 21st. With 7 performances to choose from, there are plenty of opportunities for you to enjoy one of Milwaukee's most cherished and tuneful holiday traditions. Visit MSO.org for tickets and more information, or call 414-291-7605. Allen Bradley Hall will be the very portrait of holiday cheer as you delight in so many of your favorite seasonal tunes in world-class performances. With an audience sing-along, performances by the Milwaukee Handbell Ensemble, and even a visit from jolly old St. Nick, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Don't miss this chance to make cozy holiday memories with family and friends. The number again for tickets is 414-291-7605 or online at mso.org.
At every meeting, at every new beginning, at every celebration, we make better happen. At Cousin Subs, better is more than just a word. It's a promise we serve at every party. Our customizable party boxes, box lunches, party chips, and dozen cookie boxes offer the options you need to please any crowd. Whatever the occasion, we will never settle for being just good enough. Order on our mobile app or online at cousinsubs.com. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My name is Adrienne, and I was hurt in a car accident. What Gruber Law Office has done for me was made me feel safe. It didn't cost me anything, just one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017 is our telephone number. You can call it, you can text it. Oh, look, someone is calling. Let's talk to Diana. You're on 1017 The Truth. How are you, Diana?
I'm well, thank you. Good morning.
What's on your mind?
I wanted to make a comment about the AI. And that I like it. I've used it quite a bit. I like it. I think it's very informational. And that I asked a question, and it gave me some information. A couple of days later, I asked it the same question. It gave me even more information. And then a few days after that, it gave me so much information and wanted to map out that information. So I think that whether it gets its information from the web, the more that we use it, it connects the dots to whatever topics that we are asking questions about. And eventually it's going to be an entity that is more intelligent than even our most intelligent human being. And really, at that point, figure out how dumb as humans we really are and have no need for us except for, mechanics. So I think it is very dangerous. I see the danger in it. But as for now, I think it's great. I love it.
All right. As for now. All right. Thank you, Diana.
Okay. Thanks.
Appreciate your call. I think technology has already outpaced the average person, whatever the average person is. Because if the average person has a question and needs an answer, your answer exists. Now, it was probably answered by somebody else and they published it, they uploaded it to the internet. But what artificial intelligence has the ability to do is combine all of the answers to all of the questions and output something even more technically sophisticated. You don't have to ask a financial advisor where you should put your money or how you should invest. You can ask any one of a number of artificial intelligence apps. I prefer ChatGPT. However, Grok is something. So Grok is, If you want to generate pictures and videos, I would prefer Grok. But ChatGPT is just, I'm astonished every time I use it. So instead of asking a financial advisor and sitting down with some person that just wants to make commission off of you, you put in your goals and objectives. You want to have X amount of dollars when you retire. You want to retire at this age. Here's how much money you have to put away on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. It will tell you exactly what stocks to pick, how much to buy them at, how long to hold them, and even give you suggestions on when to sell them. And then there you go. You can have a stock portfolio. Let's say you want to lose weight. Let's say you want to get more fiber in your diet. Let's say you want to have a diet that is lower in sodium, that gives you more energy, all the things. You put that into ChatGPT. You can put in your numbers from your metabolic panel. In fact, one of our great members of the Hughes Views Facebook group went to the doctor, didn't really have a bunch of healthy metabolic numbers, put his numbers in a ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave him a damn diet to follow. He followed the diet, and his numbers are better. He can even improve the outcomes of your health if you know how to use it. People keep using artificial intelligence like it's Google. I mean, you can, but that's not getting the most out of it. If I have a question or a topic that I want to discuss with you all, and I want as much detailed information about it as I can, so sure, I could ask it. I could ask one of these AI platforms to give me some details and bullet points about the topic. Absolutely, I could do that. Or I can say, provide an answer as if you are the world-renowned Nobel Peace Prize winning, Ivy League educated professor who has written books and novels on the subject in which I'm about to tell you about. Then it gives you something totally different. You, as an individual using AI, can be anybody. Provide this information to me as if I'm a president of the United States getting briefed on war plans in Syria, and it will do exactly that. So you can use the deepest recesses of your imagination and tell AI that you are anyone, and it will answer accordingly. But I'm not talking about AI yet. Why y'all keep rushing the subject? Trying to put this whole Mandela thing to rest. Wisconsin's long list of failed political comebacks. Republican Tim Michels lost a double-digit U.S. Senate election to Democrat Russ Feingold in 2004. Then 18 years later, he suffered a much more narrow defeat by 3.4 points in 2022, running against Tony Evers. Russ Feingold was unseated by Republican Ron Johnson in the Tea Party election of 2010, then lost again to Ron Johnson 6 years later. Feingold's losing margin in 2016 was only slightly smaller at 3.4 points, than it was the first time around at 4.8 points. All these, basically these things I'm reading you, it illustrates if you run statewide in Wisconsin and you lose and you run statewide again, you're going to lose some more. I don't want to have people consider a candidate that statistically and historically is going to lose because I don't want Wisconsin to fall into the hands of a Trump supporting governor. That's not a good look for us for a bunch of reasons. And if you need more reasons as to why it's not a good idea for a Trump supporter to be governor of Wisconsin, I'll gladly have that conversation with you. Democrat Tom Barrett lost the governor's race to Republican Scott Walker in 2010, then lost to Scott Walker again in the extraordinary recall election of 2012. Like Feingold, Barrett's comeback attempt came against the very same politician he had lost to previously, though in this case, the rematch came just 2 years later. In this election replay, Barrett's losing margin was bigger at 6.8 points than the first time at 5.8 points. Republican Mark Newman lost his 1998 Senate race against Feingold, then lost the GOP primary for governor in 2010 to Scott Walker, then lost the GOP Senate primary in 2012 to former Governor Tommy Thompson. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be back for hour 2.
So let me ask you, when the government, and again, I'm doing the air quotes, tightens the belt, who's standing underneath the belt when it snaps back?
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
Don't want you to agree. Honestly, should I be transparent? I don't really care if you agree. I, like you, want to be heard.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Are you ready to level up your mindset, your money, and your future? Join Coach Erica Odom, real estate investor, success coach, and published author for On the Journey with Coach Erica. This month's episode airs Monday, December 9th at 6 p.m. and focuses on daily habits of high achievers, what winners do differently. Coach Erica welcomes Josh Murphy, real estate investor, and Cheryl Edwards as they share the routines, discipline, and mindset that set successful people apart. Tune in to On the Journey with Coach Erica, live on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
A TUC. It's called the Senate Civil Suits for Unauthorized Data Seizures. In the continuing resolution that had to be voted on in order to open the government, authorizes U.S. senators to file civil lawsuits against the U.S. government, including the Department of Justice, for up to $500,000 in damages per violation if federal law enforcement seizes or subpoenas their phone or other data without prior notification. Hold on, wait a minute. If you have been accused of a crime and there's evidence and probable cause, and the federal government or any investigating agency gets a warrant from a judge to seize your cell phone records, there's nothing you can do about that.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Welcome to Hour 2 of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, featuring the song Nights Over the Hone on my debut artificial intelligence smooth jazz album entitled Blue Mist. There's a YouTube channel for it. Go look at it and subscribe to it and whatever. Do you guys remember when television watching was more of a communal experience? An example would be you'd go to school the next day or work the next day and you would talk about, did y'all see the Cosby Show last night? That was so funny. What Rudy Huxtable did, remember that? Did you guys see what Jack Tripper did on Three's Company? Oh, that's silly. Television was viewed by all of us together, and people would have different opinions on different shows. Oh, did you see that Barbara Walters interview? Did you see that interview with Oprah? Did you see 60 Minutes last night? Did you see? We all got the same media. Now, we all reacted to it differently, but because we all saw the same thing, it really was a communal experience. Now, we were watching at home. A lot of times television was watched with the family. But then you would take that viewing experience of whatever it is that you watched on prime time. And I'm talking about the 1980s now. Television was much more family friendly. Obscenity had not yet really made its way to the airwaves. It was coming, As more and more people got cable and got HBO and got Cinemax and Showtime, where they could be a little bit more obscene and tackle subject matters that were not regulated by the FCC. But most people just had regular old analog television, even before we had all of these digital television channels now. If you get a smart TV, you don't even need cable. There are so many digital over-the-air televisions. Some of you have Roku TVs where there's so many channels that it's stressful trying to find one thing to watch, because it's going to take you 15, 20 minutes just to get through the damn channel guide. So our viewing now is very different. I do miss those days where you could go to school or go to work the next day because you know that everybody saw that show. Sports is a little bit different because more people would watch prime time sitcoms, unless it was like the World Series or the Super Bowl or something like that. But those television shows that brought America in front of the television were very much communal experiences because we all saw the same thing and we couldn't wait to talk about it that next day at work or school or on the bus stop or wherever. Things are very, very different now. And this is where I'm going to raise the flag of caution when it comes to technology, when it comes to tech billionaires, and when, of course, it comes to artificial intelligence. People will say to me, I'm sure you probably hear this too, hey, Sherwin, did you see that one Instagram reel? Sherwin, did you see that one Facebook post? Sherwin, did you see that thing that was on Twitter? No, it's not Twitter anymore. It's called X. Did you see that thing? 95% of the time, I did not see whatever it is that this individual is talking about. It was on their timeline, and it was their algorithm that showed them that. But because they saw whatever this reel was, whatever this story was, whatever this video was, probably so many times and saw so many different incarnations of it and remixes of it, they just assumed that everybody else has seen it. They have not. What's on my timeline is dramatically different than what is on yours. Even though we may have similar interests, what is tailored to me and what I see, I can't necessarily share with you all and have a communal discussion about it unless I broadcast it here on 101.7 The Truth. Herein lies the problem. We are consuming media individually because our algorithms, and they're getting more and more intuitive, and they're getting more and more sophisticated every single day. We are being isolated by the media that we see. You and I don't see the same episodes anymore. We don't see the same clips anymore. We don't see the same videos and reels anymore. What you see is very specific to you. And the more you use the internet, the more you use Google, the more emails that you send, hell, the more text messages you send. Even if you have digital television, connected television, your IP router through net neutrality, they're logging all of that stuff. And the algorithms are getting even more sophisticated. So the more time you spend online, the more isolated you are and you can be based upon what is being fed to your feed. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing necessarily, but we are losing that communal experience of back in the day. Did you see that episode of The Cosby Show? And I bet you 75% of the people in the country probably did. Now somebody can say, did you see that one reel about Donald Trump? No, not that one. Well, did you see this one about J.D. Vance? Did you see this one about Marjorie Taylor Greene? Never saw it a day in my life. We are being isolated. So this is where we have to be careful. And this is why I want to make sure that as technology moves, I'm trying my best to move with it. And I think that I've done a fairly good job in the last 32 years since I've been connected to the consumer internet of following it. I remember in 2001, 2002, where it was ridiculous to me, asinine, more than just asinine, asinine, asa 10, asa 11, where people will put their credit card numbers in a website and buy stuff. I was like, you people are nuts. I will never, I remember saying this, I will never put my credit card number on the internet and use it to purchase things. Then came eBay. I was a bidding fool. So even the things that were foreign to us and far-fetched to us and just seemed too risky have become commonplace. Now, obviously, this is a quarter century that has passed. I went from saying I will never buy anything off the internet because I don't know who those people are. I don't know who's on the other side of that computer. I don't know if somebody's trying to scam me. And yes, there are scammers that are out there. But in a quarter century, I went from never to All of my Christmas shopping this year is going to be done online, and I'm happy about it. I have no qualms about it. I have no issues about it. In fact, I think I might even trust online retailers more than when I go to an actual store and have to deal with a person or deal with a cashier. So I think that I have done my level best to follow the internet and its technological advances and gains. And so this also causes me a tremendous amount of worry because of how our algorithms are being used to isolate us. And if your algorithm is specific to you, you no longer have that communal experience that we once did. And what's going to happen is, and really it's happening right now, and I'm not trying to scare people, I just want us to be very aware of what likely is happening. And there's a guy named Larry Ellison who was once employed by the CIA in the 1970s, because this is where a lot of this stuff starts. All this stuff starts with the military or the U.S. government. In fact, technology comes from essentially 2 or 3 different places. It comes from the research that is done by colleges, and it comes from. So there was a project that Larry Ellison worked on in the 1970s, and the project was called Oracle. And Oracle was a way in which the CIA would store massive amounts of intelligence data, usually on our adversaries and our foreign enemies. Well, Larry Ellison ultimately left Oracle, which was a CIA code name project, and he founded a company called what? What do you think the company was called? Oracle. Oracle still exists. Larry Ellison is a major controlling interest in it. He owns about 40% of the company. You know what Oracle does now? They work with AI and they store AI data. Larry Ellison also has been making some very unusual moves. Now, most of you don't know who this fella is because we are very much distracted by all these other things that are going on and some more well-known names in the tech billionaire world, like the Elon Musks, who's soon to be a trillionaire, and the Mark Zuckerbergs of the Facebooks and the Peter Thiels and all of the other people that want higher profiles, and also the Jeff Bezos. I'll be honest with you. I like Amazon. I just ordered some stuff off of Amazon last night. I order weird things off of Amazon. It doesn't matter because Amazon will bring it to your house. You know what I need? I need some Bounty paper towels. I need some new slippers for my house because my slippers got worn out, so I'm buying some new slippers. I also bought some Metamucil because I want to stay regular and make sure I get enough fiber. All of it's coming in one package. That's what Amazon is for. Paper towels, Metamucil, and slippers. And everybody's Christmas gifts. I even invest in Amazon because, come on, Amazon's not going anywhere. So then there's this guy, Larry Ellison, who we come to find out, he wanted to buy Paramount at $30 a share. He wanted to buy Warner Brothers and Discovery, but he lost out to Netflix. Netflix completed the deal for $82.7 billion. Remember, Larry Ellison used to work for the CIA on a secret project called Oracle, where the federal government was figuring out ways how to store massive amounts of intelligence data. Then Larry Ellison left the CIA and started a company called Oracle. Oracle still exists, and Oracle now stores all of our AI data. And there's a lot of data to be stored every single day. It builds infinitely. So why is Larry Ellison trying to buy Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Paramount? Why is he trying to do that? When you isolate people based on their algorithms, and a lot of you may watch television shows or streaming apps where you're watching Peacock or Discovery or Warner Brothers or even on your social media feeds and algorithms, because we are isolated, because when I say isolated, we're all seeing different things on our feed. It could be the same subject matter. Like the political content that I see might be different than Andrew's, might be different than Ricky's, might be different than Tory Lowe's. It's political content, but we are seeing different creators, different styles, and different types. So we are all isolated, right? So if you can purchase all of these media companies or have a stake in them while you also have a stake in AI storage, then what we are being fed via our isolated social media feeds, to us it's very entertaining, but you know what it's really going to be? Propaganda, because what they're doing is they're collecting all of our viewing habits, all of our internet habits, every keystroke, every search on Google, every email, every text message, everything that we watch on our mobile devices, on our digital connected TVs, and guess what they're doing? They're feeding that into AI. Everything that we do, if you allow a person to purchase these streaming companies, especially the person who has a controlling interest in Oracle, which stores all of our AI data and algorithms, what we think is entertainment is going to be propaganda. Now, remember, this goes back to his days at the CIA. So I'm going to take a break, come back, give you a little bit more information about this man, Larry Ellison, and how he is trying to combine all of the media that we consume, feed it into AI in which his servers are storing all of that data, and feed us propaganda. Now, I don't know what they're trying to feed us, but I do know the primitive versions of what I just said works for elections. A lot of the Russia stuff that we saw in 2016 were, in fact, some of these bots and these troll farms feeding into Americans who don't really need much to be divided, and they use Hillary Clinton as someone that was a polarizing figure, and guess what? She lost that election to Donald Trump. Now, I'm not saying that it was all of the technology and the manipulation of our Facebook feeds that caused Donald Trump to win that election. What it did is it reinforced what people already knew and did not like about Hillary Clinton, and it worked famously. They can even micro-target your household. If the wife is a left-leaning progressive Democrat and the husband is a little bit more moderate or maybe leans conservative, they will be shown things in their feeds and their algorithms that will make them fight and argue and keep that household divided and keep them isolated on their content. Instead of the household saying, hey, everyone, here is the elected official or the campaign that is going to best serve us as a family, you're going to have people voting for one candidate in one party and one candidate in another party in the same damn household. I have different televisions in my house. I have my living room television, and when people come over, that's where I do my entertaining. And then I have a smaller television in the dining room because I like to watch the nightly news while I'm having my dinner. And yes, I'm a person that actually eats my food at the dining room because I'm not a damn savage. Eat at a dining room table like a civilized human. But because I watch different television programs and at different times of the day, I'm shown different commercials on two TVs in the same house, connected to the same damn internet. That is how sophisticated the programming that I get, that I receive. They know that when I'm on this television, I'm much more likely to watch news and informational programming, usually in the evening times, and the advertisement that I see is based on that demographic. It is frightening stuff. And if you feed all of Americans' viewing habits and all of these different connected apps into AI, what is going to ultimately come out in our individual isolated feeds and algorithms is going to be propaganda that's going to control us in ways that we are unaware of, because to us it's all entertainment. It's going to influence our voting behavior, our consumer behavior, why men and women hate each other all of a sudden. Because we come to find out that when you have the battle of the sexes, men and women and all this red pill stuff, isolated men spend more time online and are easier to radicalize. Oh, it's a whole thing, and we're going to talk about it on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, exclusively on 101.7. I'm going to take a break, come back. I'm going to talk to Brian on the other side. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back shortly.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo! You just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's sweet for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes. That just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
I got money now.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
JD the Poet says via YouTube, Jesse should not run. Jesse is Mandela's real name. Jesse Barnes. Is Mandela his real middle name, or is it just a nickname? JD says Jesse should not run. I like the COINTELPRO angle, and I think it's more pride and ego mixed with the ability to raise money he can eventually keep. You can't really keep campaign money. Some people think that you can. They end up getting in a lot of trouble. B. Bruce says, Boom Ping Ping is the best creation of 2025, hands down. Oh, that's ridiculous, but thank you. I still detest artificial trajectory, B. Bruce says. Keep AI and music only, nowhere else. What else we got? Peter Thiel. I think it's pronounced Teal. He's South African. Teal. TH is pronounced T. Peter Thiel financed J.D. Vance. That is correct. B. Bruce says Linda Mandela being paid like a prize fighter taking a dime, so he's good. No, he's not. It's not. Don't inject all these weird conspiracy theories. It ain't quite that sophisticated. He just thinks he can be governor. When Joel Brennan enters the race, I think it's going to make it much more competitive. I want these candidates to put their best foot forward and illustrate as best they can with whatever resources they raise. Now, I'm going to talk to a couple candidates. So far, the I don't have a shot in a million years candidates are reaching out to me trying to get on the show. And some of them sound really, really good. They got great ideas. But here's the thing. When you can't win and have nothing to lose, literally, you can come up with the best platform ever. You can say, oh, Sherwin, everything's going to be free. Everybody's going to get a raise. Everybody's rent is going to be paid by the government. Everybody's going to get free health care. Everybody's going to get a free skateboard. You can say all that stuff if you have no shot of winning. People make it seem like just because you have these wonderful and incredible ideas that people will love, that you can actually win a contest. That's not exactly how it works. The whole thing with the American political system is the best doesn't always win, but we have a political system that tries to prevent the worst. Our system of legislation, of how there's a bill and there's a markup and it goes to committee and the committee votes and then there's a fiscal estimate and then it goes to the full council, it goes to the full legislature, then it gets voted on, then it's got to go to the other legislative branch, the upper chamber and then the lower chamber, and then finally get to the executive, who is either the county executive, the mayor, the governor, or the president. They can veto, they can pocket veto, they can line item veto. You ever wonder why you have so many of those damn stupid steps? And it could be a piece of legislation that says, don't punch a puppy in the face. Real, like, common sense legislation. We're going to make it illegal to punch puppies in the face. You're like, oh, that should be an easy piece of legislation. And it's not about easy, simple, common sense bills becoming law. It's to make sure that no bad bills ever become law. So you have to over-scrutinize everything. That's the process. And you can have the best ideas, the best policy you could ever imagine. You can have every single want, wish, and desire answered in your platform. 99% of it will never see the light of day because it will lose out in that process of tremendous amounts of scrutiny. Let's talk to Brian. You're on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for holding. How are you? Your phone is broken. We can't hear you. It's all garbled and mumbo-jumboed. Is he on? Probably on Bluetooth. Don't call us on Bluetooth. And don't call us on speaker. It might be convenient for you all, but I have a listening experience that I want people to be able to enjoy, so you got to pick your hand. So let's try Brian again. Brian, did you get your life together?
Yo, my life is fine. Oh. It's just somebody was trying to call me while I'm trying to talk to you. That's how that kind of stuff happens. But let me be quick. It's one thing about Facebook and AI reports. Not only do they listen to what we do and create our algorithms, but they also put out totally bogus stories. There was a story during the snowstorm that came out and looked official on Facebook, saying that they lost a train going from St. Louis to Chicago. 253 people, they lost them by Amtrak. Now, that report was all over Facebook, and I just could not believe it. So you know what I would do, and what I did do, is I actually called Amtrak, and I asked Amtrak.
Brian, hold on, Brian. You know damn well that a train on a track cannot get. Why would you? So they got your ass. If they got you, if they compelled you into action to calling Amtrak to see if a Facebook story was real, Brian, you're in trouble, buddy. They're manipulating you in ways that you probably don't even understand. If you didn't know that was false immediately, I love
that. Was a random report. It had a video of an Amtrak guy. It had a video of the station. It had credible people making. It was a whole production. It looked like a news report. I mean, like, why would even Facebook allow somebody to even put something like that's fake on their platform? It was one of these things called shorts that it's not something you actually look for. Sometimes it just pops up on your phone or something. But I didn't believe it from the start, so that's why I called Amtrak to ask them about losing a train. So, yeah, this world is weird. I mean, it's very weird.
But, Brian, aren't you able to decipher things that are so incredibly ridiculous and nonsensical from reality?
Absolutely, I am. That's why I made sure.
You just had to make sure,
but
huh?
The fact that they did it should give people pause to not listen to anything or buy anything off of a Facebook or even believe in a Facebook. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Not only did I see that, lots of people saw that. There are a lot of fake stories that come out all over the world, all over the country. And they're doing it intentionally, not necessarily because people are thinking about it and making it into their algorithm. They're also putting out fake stories, period.
Correct.
And that would go back to the top.
Facebook can't always control that stuff, but the problem is, though, Brian, because you clicked on that and you probably used your cell phone that may have been connected to Wi-Fi that probably has an IP address that is also connected to you some kind of way, you're going to get more fake stories that are going to be even more sophisticated, and ultimately they're going to be controlling your behavior because they controlled your behavior.
No,
you saw the story, and you actually called Amtrak because you thought a train disappeared. Where would it go, Brian?
Exactly.
Where's the train go? Started. The track is Brian. The track is already laid. Okay.
Yeah, but I disconnected Facebook off in the cell phone.
That's all right. Then disconnect it.
So I won't get any more of that fake crap.
Oh, okay. No, you won't.
Nope.
Good luck.
All right.
All right. Now, there you go. He thought. I called Amtrak just to make sure that a train didn't disappear in the snow. So in the amount of time that Brian was wasting of ours talking about a train story, okay? Because that was a waste of our time, okay? He thinks they're not going to get me. That's what he thinks.
Brian on the line, crackle in the phone, static in his tone, claiming he's not alone. Earth flat as a pancake, syrup on the side, aliens in the sky. He swears they never lie. Talk radio, kingpin, dialing at dawn. Tinfoil crown, he's got it going on.
I made an AI song about Brian while he was on the phone.
Brian, man, take a breath, we care. Brian on the line, he's got theories to share. Waves in his voice, static everywhere. He says, don't trust what they're feeding your mind. Talk radio's Prophet Brian's one of a kind.
Okay. That's how easy it is to just, hey, Millicent, how are you doing? Did you hear about a train that got lost? And did you call Amtrak to try to find it?
I did see that one, too.
What?
I didn't call Amtrak, but before that, when they had the one where the kids had stolen the tank down in Memphis, I did call about that one. When ICE was, I did, because I could see that. I could see some kids stealing a tank from the ICE people. I could see that.
So, hey, who did you call? Hold on, who did you call?
The Memphis Police Department, and asked them, was that true?
Millicent, where do you live?
In Milwaukee.
Why the hell do you care about what gets stolen in Memphis? You need to be concerned about what gets stolen out front of your house.
And you know what? I live in a community with black people, so nothing gets stolen in my neighborhood. It's in the other neighborhoods that you have that problem.
Oh, you're kidding, right? You're joking. That's the joke.
See, I don't have those other people in my neighborhood. I just have black people. Black people, we good. I keep trying to tell y'all got to differentiate from
all the black people versus them
others.
What are the others?
Yeah,
No. Tell me. I don't talk to me like I'm a 2-year-old. What's the other?
It.
What do you mean you can't say it?
The other, I can't say it because then people get all insulted and they feelings be hurt.
Others.
I'm not trying to say nothing.
Like foreigners, like immigrants. Who are the others? I don't know.
Yes, the immigrants. The immigrants, and not the ones that come from other countries.
What immigrants are you referring to? Because the immigrants that I'm referring to do come from other countries. Which ones are you talking about?
I'm talking about the ones that just come across state lines.
But they're American citizens, though. They're not immigrants if they just come across a state line.
They're immigrants to Wisconsin.
What race are these immigrants you're referring to? Are they Latino? Are they Asian? Are they German?
No, they're of African descent.
Okay. And they come from across the state line.
Yeah, and they just
they have a nickname.
Messed our town up.
Is there a name that sometimes a derogatory name that sometimes people refer to these immigrants as?
Yes.
What letter does it start with? I'm just curious. Oh, she hung up? Okay. Huh. I wonder who she's talking about. She said black people don't steal. But these immigrants from across state lines that happen to be black are the ones that steal. I'm just wondering what she was referring to. We're listening to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 101.7 FM. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
More of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The holiday season is here, and the countdown to 2026 has begun at Lake Lawn Resort. With all the holiday stress happening these days, imagine waking up next to a cozy fire in your own private suite along the shoreline of Delavan Lake. Enjoy much-deserved pampering at the award-winning Caladora Spa and special holiday dining options throughout the resort all month long, including at the signature 1878 on the lake. Book your holiday escape today, and don't forget to purchase those last-minute gift cards and receive free bonus money at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything is truly better at the lake.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey, Truth Nation, it's Rhea Riley, and I'm here with Ashley Lucas from Associated Bank, and this is Making Your Money Work. In the simplest way, can you describe what is capital?
So we consider capital access to cash. So think of it as like liquidity. So how much do you have available if you needed to purchase a piece of equipment or hire new employees? Do you have funds available to you if you do have plans for expansion or unexpected purchases?
Why is having access to capital important for a business owner?
Well, unexpected things happen all the time, right? We just had floods in Wisconsin. Think about unexpected things that happen with that. If you want to grow and you have to hire new colleagues or employees before the busy season, think of a retail store for inventory. Before the holidays, they need to bulk up on inventory before they sell it. So it's important that they have access to capital to be able to expand their business.
What different types of capital are there?
There's typically two different types of capital that isn't a deposit account. Two specific products are a business credit card and a business line of credit. So a business line of credit is typically secured and the interest rate is going to be prime plus a fixed margin. The really cool thing about a business line of credit is you can usually withdraw cash from it and the interest rate is going to be exactly the same. So think about a line of credit for larger purchases or larger cash flow gaps. A business credit card is usually used more in the short term for something specific. Maybe you're purchasing ingredients for your restaurant. Maybe it's for mileage if you're a truck driver. And typically people have a business credit card to also use the rewards.
How can I get in touch with someone at Associated Bank?
You're more than welcome to come into any one of our branches, and our subject matter experts, our branch managers, would be able to assist with either of those products. Or you can call our virtual relationship management hotline, available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 1-800-270-7725.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been Making Your Money Work, brought to you by Associated Bank.
This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Just want to give people a word of caution, because we are in fact being isolated by our devices, and the more isolated we become, the more we are susceptible to these sinister influences, right? So imagine if Brian didn't call us and tell us that he saw a story on Facebook about a train that disappeared, and it compelled him to call Amtrak. And what if, I don't know, Amtrak couldn't answer his question, or what if nobody answered? He might be running around here thinking that actually happened, meaning he would be manipulated by something that was completely and totally false. And because he clicked on it, that also feeds into the algorithm. And maybe Brian is connected to Instagram. Maybe he's connected to the platform known as X, formerly known as Twitter. They're going to feed him more nonsensical things. And because his algorithm is specific to him, what he likes, what he researches, what he Googles, he doesn't have a communal experience where he can go to work the next day or be around family and say, hey, did you guys see that train disappearing? Because nobody else saw it except for him. Men are even more dangerous when we become addicted to our devices because isolated men they become a threat and are much more easy to manipulate. And it could be something surface level like the products that we are exposed to. I'm sure you guys have seen this. You're talking about a product or a service or, I don't know, maybe going on vacation. Next thing you know, you see Carnival Cruises advertised in your feed. The biggest red flag should have been Facebook is free. How is it a well, the company's called Meta now. How is a multi-billion-dollar company, it's got to be hundreds of billions of dollars. How's it free? Where in the hell are they making their revenue? Our attention and the information that we share is priceless because you can take our thoughts, our posts, our pictures, our sentiments, and our conversations, and you can sell that information to advertisers, and they can micro-target us in ways you could not even understand, not just in products to buy, but also candidates to vote for. Andrew just told me that Meta is worth $1.7 trillion. $1 trillion is 1 million stacks of $1 million. Hi, I'm a millionaire. Hi, I have $1 million. There's a big difference between... I think they said there was an example that was given. So a stack of $100 bills 3 feet high is $1 million. Okay? That's $1 million. If you took $100 bills and you stacked them up on top of each other, $1 million would be 3 feet high. $1 billion would be 3 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other. That's the difference between $1 million and $1 billion. That's a lot of money. So not only is Facebook invaluable because of our attention that we give it, they say that you should invest in the companies that advertise on Facebook. So Facebook also makes a lot of money because you can advertise products and services, whatever you're selling, you can buy an ad on Facebook. Very popular. Wall Street is now saying that if you want to get stupid rich, don't just invest in Meta, which is risky because Meta might be profitable 1 year, but then invest $30 billion in artificial intelligence software that may not be profitable for 5 more years. So it comes and goes. In the long term, I think these technology companies will make everybody rich. But they're saying don't just invest in Facebook. Invest in the companies that advertise on Facebook because the advertising is so valuable and so targeted that the companies that buy ads on Facebook are going to multiply their profitability because of how good Facebook is at targeting individual people. There's a man who I think we need to be, maybe cautious of, concerned about. A guy named Larry Ellison. He has tried to buy many things. He attempted a hostile takeover of Apple in the 90s. He tried to buy the Golden State Warriors. He's tried to buy NBA teams. He's tried to buy twice. They won't let him buy NBA teams. He twice tried to buy an NBA franchise, failing to acquire the New Orleans Hornets and losing a bid for the Golden State Warriors to a higher offer from Joe LaCobb. He tried to buy Warner Brothers. What did you say, Andrew?
Joe Lacob.
Lacob. Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate the correction. I thought it was LaCobb. Tried to buy Warner Brothers through Skydance Media. tried to control assets like CNN and HBO Studios, TikTok, Oracle's Larry Ellison. Wait a minute, he owns TikTok? He was part of the consortium to take over a minority stake in TikTok's U.S. operations, according to Fair.org and The Week. He also, wait, am I reading this right? He bought a Hawaiian island, Lanai. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's LANA''I. He successfully bought 98% of the Hawaiian island, Lanai, for around $500 to $600 million. How can you? Hang on. Y'all better go. Hold on. Wait. Now this man got an island. You know what happens when these billionaires get islands? They do freak stuff. You know what? If I bought an island, it would just be like restaurants and DJs and hotels and resorts. Well, some of y'all are freaks though. But I wouldn't buy an island for the purpose of freakness. Tesla and Twitter. Ellison has invested heavily in Tesla and pledged $2 billion to help Elon Musk take Twitter private. And the reason why we're bringing up Larry Ellison is because he originally was involved with the CIA's operation called Oracle in the 1970s, where the CIA was amassing tremendous amounts of quote-unquote intelligence data. I think that was data on the American people, because when you have a country that have the kind of freedoms and constitutional protections that we have, we are our own worst enemy. Americans that can own guns and have freedom of speech and freedom of the media and freedom of the press and freedom of religion, what we do with those freedoms sometimes is we exploit them, we take advantage of them, and we can become very dangerous. The most dangerous terrorist organizations the world has ever known are domestic terrorist organizations right here in the United States of America. Because of all the freedoms that we have, there's a bunch of stuff you can do in America that is unthinkable in other countries. And because we pose the biggest threat to one another. I mean, most of the people that kill people are Americans. Most of the school shooters are not Muslim terrorists. It's other school kids. You know what I found out over the weekend? I don't like finding out bad news. You know what the leading cause of death is for pregnant women? Murder. What is wrong with you people? You're awful. Some of you are. Some of you are very nice. Some of you I like a lot. Some of you are fun to hang out with. Some of you are awful people. So Larry Ellison was employed by the CIA to create this database called Oracle. He leaves the CIA. He ain't even changed the damn name. Started a private company called Oracle, where he still owns a controlling stake in that company. Oracle owns all of the data storage for several AI platforms. So as AI is getting much more sophisticated and intelligent, and all of that data is being stored, it's being stored by Oracle. He tried to buy Warner Brothers, CNN, HBO, and Paramount so that the entertainment that we watch and that we stream can be custom tailored to us based on the algorithms that our AI is starting to collect on us. And what they're going to do is they're going to take the individual viewing habits of somebody like Brian or Millicent. That blows my mind that Millicent said she called the Memphis Police Department because she saw an online story about some people in Memphis stealing a tank. First of all, they're in Memphis. I don't care what they're stealing in Memphis. And here's the thing. It is a believable story if you've ever been to Memphis before. In Memphis, they'll steal your shoes off your feet, your soul out of your body. They'll steal your hair off your head. They'll steal in Memphis. But the fact that she believed that story and it compelled her into action, and the fact that Brian called before her, said he saw a story. Well, Brian also thinks the earth is flat. Brian said he saw a story on Facebook where an Amtrak train was lost. Hold on, get this here. Between Milwaukee and Chicago. All you'd have to do is get on the tracks and walk, and you would see. But he actually called the Amtrak station. So when you feed all of our actions and all of our behaviors and all of our clicks and all of our viewing into AI, and if somebody like Larry Ellison buys major media companies, then what we are going to be fed is we're going to see it as entertainment. but it's actually going to be propaganda, and this is what we have to watch out for. You're listening to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 101.7 FM. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site. And to all, a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply until 12/31/2025.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
Orthodontic Experts Wisconsin believes everyone deserves a confident dream smile. We offer braces for $195 a month, subject to terms and conditions, and accept most major insurance plans like Medicaid. Traditional metal braces, discrete gold braces, and invisible clear aligners. Orthodontic Experts creates personalized treatment for the whole family. With clinics in Beloit, Hills Corners, Madison, Menominee Falls, and Mount Pleasant, there's no reason to wait on your smile transformation. Call Orthodontic Experts today for your no-cost consultation. 855-720-2470.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Brian on the line, crackle in the phone, static in his tone, claiming he's not alone. Earth flat as a pancake, syrup on the side, aliens in the sky, he swears they never lie. Talk radio, kingpin, dialing that dawn. Tinfoil crown, he's got it going on. Chemtrails in the clouds, they poison the air. Host says, Brian, man, take a breath, we care. Brian on the line, he's got theories to share.
You know, Brian is a flat earther. You guys know that? Yeah, he's a flat earther. He used to be, I don't know, I guess, as convincing as somebody could be. I remember when he first brought that theory to my attention, and I asked him if he listens to satellite radio. And he was like, well, of course I listen to satellite radio. Doesn't that defeat your whole theory of the Earth being flat? Because the satellite orbits... So everything else is round. You ever get a telescope or even, I don't know, look at the moon with your naked eye? So everything else is round, and Saturn and Jupiter and Neptune and, of course, Uranus. The sun is round, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and all of, I said Mars twice. Everything is round except us. We're flat. So how come nobody's fallen off the edge yet? Just wondering. Oracle founder Larry Ellison was on the cusp of conquering all of Hollywood. Just 4 months ago, he had bankrolled his son David's $8 billion acquisition of Paramount Pictures. Now the Ellison family had designs on scooping up Warner Brothers and Discovery too by offering to buy an entire company for $60 billion. The bold play had suddenly thrust this Silicon Valley titan and his son David, chief executive of the newly merged Paramount Skydance, into one of the most powerful positions in the film and TV industry. By most outward appearances, Warner Brothers Discovery was theirs for the taking. Wall Street and analysts, Hollywood insiders, and even some of the other bidders expected Paramount to prevail. After all, it was backed by one of the world's richest men. And it had even gotten the blessing of Donald Trump, who openly expressed his preference for the Paramount bid. The streamer snapped up Warner Brothers. Netflix bought it. In an $82.7 billion deal for the Burbank-based film and television studios HBO Max and HBO, delivering a massive blow to Ellison and his son David. In the Paramount bid, Larry Ellison was once again the primary backer, but the Warner Brothers Discovery Board believed the Netflix offer of $27.75 per share did not include CNN or other basic cable channels was a much better deal for shareholders. So I want to bring this man's name to your attention, Larry Ellison and his son David, because Larry's connection with Oracle, which stores artificial intelligence information on behalf of many different AI companies. And if they are able to purchase these companies and these streaming services that provide quote-unquote entertainment to us, what they're going to do is they're going to feed all of our viewing habits and watching habits into the AI that he stores the data for. And what AI will come up with is custom-tailored entertainment, I'm using air quotes, entertainment for us, which is going to be propagandized. And we're going to think it's great. It's going to be funny. It's going to be perfect. Because a lot of times our algorithms, they keep us, like I spend more time. I never even really was an Instagram person. I am now. And my algorithm, it just keeps me going. The next video is even better than the previous. I don't know what it is and how I was able to resist Instagram years ago, but now I'm stuck on it. What happened? You got to show me something. Zach, why are you showing me something? Is it bad? You going to show me right now? On the air. What you mean shush? I'm on the air. I can't shush. What is that?
Do you remember?
Oh, my God. Is that who I think it is? I want that on my algorithm. Damn. Welcome back, Zach. Glad to see you're back. I need a sip of coffee after that. She called the show one day, actually. Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted by a couple of things, the algorithm is custom tailored to us and it isolates us. And I don't know if people realize that, but back in the day when everybody watched primetime television, what were some primetime shows? I don't know. Hill Street Blues, Family Ties. Andrew said MASH. It sucked. It was so bad. I think because I was too young to care about a sitcom based on the Korean War. When MASH came on, it was time to go to bed. I still remember the damn theme song. It is that stupid-ass helicopter. It was all sad and mopey. But when MASH had its finale in like 83 or 84, it was like the most watched television program in the history of TV. 33-something million. How I know that number? I've got no idea. 33 million people watched the final episode of MASH, and it was a communal viewing experience. We all saw the same thing. And so people went to work and to school the next day, and they talked about the last episode of MASH. Now, our experiences of viewing things on our timelines and our feeds and our algorithms are very individual and isolating, and that is how artificial intelligence is likely going to manipulate us. And I'm going to use this quote, and I'm going to use it the right way. Stay woke. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be back for Hour 3.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now, you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube, where strong voices meet strong opinions.
The district had, as a whole, was 59.5. That was awful. It was bad. But it is not just the MPS story. It is a story for the city of Milwaukee when you talk about some of these schools. So when we talk about the state of education, we just can't always talk about MPS. We got to talk about Milwaukee as a whole and why there are so many failing schools in Milwaukee. But we bash MPS, understand it is beyond MPS. MPS just has to educate your kids. But I love the fact that we have a new superintendent that is acknowledging that these scores are not good enough. I love the level of accountability. Casellia said in response to the results, she said, we need to grow more and faster to truly meet and exceed the expectations that our families and community have for us and the expectations we have for each other as educators. Our new literacy plan is the first step towards a stronger growth. And I love it.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from 12 to 1, streaming live on YouTube and on 101.7 The Truth.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Welcome to Hour 3 of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, where we're not trying to manipulate you with AI. I mean, a little bit, but not as much as some other people. Our telephone number, if you're so inclined, is 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. Got a story here about a study being done for rail, new rail service study to connect Milwaukee, Racine, Kenosha, and Chicago. Do want to talk about that. It also corresponds with a dangling comment that I see here in our YouTube chat. If you haven't done so already, go to youtube.com or open up your YouTube app from your smartphone or other mobile device. Search 1017 The Truth and hit subscribe. You'll also see our poll. Our poll is asking you a very basic question as I'm trying to get an assessment of where people are in their understanding of artificial intelligence. The question via our YouTube chat is your opinion on AI A, mostly positive, B, neutral, or C, mostly negative? And 64% of you say it is neutral. 16% of you say your opinion of AI is mostly positive, with 21% mostly negative. So in the minds of the majority of the people that have answered our poll on YouTube, they are still neutral on the technology, which means, I don't know, there's room for it to grow. Reginald says via YouTube, we will see the adverse impact on the natural environments in the Milwaukee area due to the lack of sensible public transportation. Removal of 794 will be that boneheaded example. So, Reggie, help me understand. So are you against them flattening 794, or are you for it? He says, we will see the adverse impact on the natural environment in the Milwaukee area due to the lack of sensible public transportation. So I agree, we do have a lack of sensible public transportation, but there's a reason for that. And then he says, removal of 794 will be that boneheaded example. So full disclosure, I think 794 needs to be flattened, because right now you have the Home Bridge. The Home Bridge is stupid. It's ugly. It's a complete waste of space, and let me tell you why. Do you guys remember 145? Some of you do. Most of you do not. So 145 was this big, towering, arching freeway that covered the, how many acres is it? 4, 5, 6 acres of land where the Fiserv Forum exists, where the Deer District is. All of that was covered up by freeway. Once we tore the freeway down and made it all street level, look how much land opened up. So much land opened up. We created a district that was big enough for a music venue and a brand new basketball arena that, if I need to remind you, the Milwaukee Bucks won a championship in 2021. Then you got the Mecca Sports Bar. You got all the other little attractions and all of the things there. Do you know how much more tax revenue we are getting when we tore down that damn freeway? Millions and millions of dollars per year. 794 would be the exact same thing. There is land that can be developed under those big concrete pylons of 794 and the Home Bridge. And the Home Bridge is a stupid bridge. Now, I will say this. If you are going north on the Home Bridge, coming into downtown from all points south, that's a beautiful view of the city. It is. But I would rather it be torn down and have it be street level and be able to develop all of the land underneath it, more shops, more stores. We need housing in the city of Milwaukee. We got to increase our supply of housing because the housing supply that we have here is dwindling. It's old. A lot of it is dilapidated, and it's too damn expensive because it is scarce. Rents are too high in the city of Milwaukee. People paying $2,000 a month for rent. That's insane to me. But space is at a premium. I also know that a region simply cannot grow. It'll be stuck. It'll be stifled. In fact, it'll lose population unless you have new, inexpensive, and innovative ways and environmentally friendly ways to move people from where they live, wherever that housing is going to be, to where the jobs, the attractions, and where the entertainment is. You should not have to own a car in a metro area. A car should be a luxury. And quite honestly, cars, especially in an area like ours, where incomes are not incredibly high in the upper Midwest, people make okay money, but then decent money in Milwaukee. Now, again, our cost of living is substantially less than it is in Chicago, but our taxes are starting to catch up with Illinois, which is a very bad sign. But a car is incredibly expensive, and most people are priced out of owning a vehicle because it's not just the price of the car. It's not just the loan. It's not just the principal and the interest. It's the maintenance. It's the insurance. It's all the other stuff. It's the gasoline for those of you that put gasoline in your vehicles. You know what I put in my car? Electricity. That's right. I drive a big-ass cell phone. I plug it in when I get home. I plug in my car. I pay 10 cents a kilowatt hour. You know how much it costs me so I do my driving. I come to work. I have meetings. I got to run errands. I got to go to the grocery store. I have to do the shoppings. I go out on social outings. I do all of the things. I drive my vehicle to the places where I need to go because I ain't going to be on no damn bus. Are you kidding me? Some of the things that I witness on Milwaukee bus stops. If you see me on the bus, I'm being kidnapped. A Milwaukee bus stop is where you will see several things. Usually men randomly practicing karate. I mean, they're not hurting anybody. They're just kind of shadow boxing and doing their best Bruce Lee impression. You will see an assortment of dancing. No music playing anywhere. They won't even be wearing headphones. Just dancing. So, karate, dancing, and then people just in general having conversations with themselves. I mean, no, like a two-way conversation with themselves. It's just some of the things you may see on a bus stop, so I don't want to... And shout out to the people that take the bus. I just can't be one of them. It's just not for me. It costs me roughly 30 cents a day to charge my vehicle for my daily driving needs and habits. Now, I don't know what gasoline costs. I have no clue. But I know that if someone is going to work and back and doing their commuting and running their errands and going to the grocery store to buy the groceries, and you got to do all sorts of things and running around in your social outings, I'll bet you are spending more than 30 cents per day on fuel. All I'm saying is that gasoline vehicles are very expensive. But the thing about this region, which bothers me, there's a lot of stuff that bothers me about this region because we're allowing the history of this region to still dictate its future. And our history is segregation. That's not a proper way to grow a region economically. Integration is in moving people freely throughout the area so they can travel. So it's easy for them to get downtown, to get to the shops and the stores and the restaurants, to spend money. Because when they spend money, taxes are collected. And when taxes are collected, that is money that we reinvest back into our community. You might say, how does that work, Sherwin? Let me tell you, I'm glad you asked me. When you vote for a legislator, you are voting for people to reinvest your tax money in our priorities. That's all they do. Now, they involve themselves in a whole bunch of other stuff, but when you vote for a county board supervisor or an alder person or a member of the Wisconsin State Assembly or the state Senate or even a member of Congress, you are voting on people that collect tax revenue and then reinvest it in places in which we prioritize. That's what they do. But first, we need the revenue. And if we can do things to make it easier for people to spend money, whether it be people that live here and work here, or the out-of-town travelers and tourists, and we get plenty of them. We get all sorts of people coming into Milwaukee for all sorts of things. We have many conventions here. We have stuff that goes on all on the lake. People are on the wakeboards and the surfboards and the wind sailing and the parasailing, and you got the festivals and the summer festivals. The Mexicans have a festival. The Asians have a festival. The Polish and the German and the Irish have a festival. Everybody got a festival except the blacks. And we're the most festive of them all. Nobody's more festive than the blacks. Polish people just polka and get really drunk. Why do they have a festival? Nobody want to see you eat a kielbasa whole. Actually, yeah, I do. I want to see how much of that kielbasa can you take. No, I'm just. Don't look at me like that. You don't want to see how much kielbasa. The reason why we don't have don't get me started laughing because I won't recover. The reason why we don't have a rail system is because the forces that want to maintain segregation know that it will integrate the region, and it'll be harder to get to Polish Fest to see somebody take down a whole kielbasa in one gulp. The MARC Passenger Rail Commission, made up of representatives from three main cities in the corridor, Milwaukee, Racine and Kenosha, was formed in November of 2025 to guide ongoing work to establish a MARC rail line. According to the MARC Rail website, the commission will conduct public and stakeholder engagement to obtain input as the effort works toward preferred service design. So some of you may be familiar with the streetcar, labeled derogatorily as the trolley, the train to nowhere, whatever. I don't want to get into all the details of that, but that is where our light rail system is supposed to start. So going back to the early 1990s, we had something like 70 or 80, maybe $90 million to implement a rail system. Now, we should have done it then. Could you imagine what our high-speed rail, light rail, commuter rail would be had we first laid those tracks to connect people from the city to the suburbs to attractions downtown starting in the 1990s? We would have a metropolitan transportation system that might rival that of Washington, D.C. I love the metro in D.C. I can get anywhere I need to go within 2 or 3 blocks without even trying. And when it comes to like public transportation, you got the red line and the blue line and the green line and the yellow line. I'm not really all that smart. The system they have in D.C. is effortless. Boston, effortless. The CTA in Chicago, effortless. The light rail system they have in Minneapolis, effortless. Why don't we have that? Because the people that were in political control did not want the region integrated, and we are still stuck in the damn 20th century in Milwaukee. It is so aggravating because you have all these great people and great organizations dedicated to expanding business in this 7-county region, but you cannot do it unless you are okay with rail. And the reason why so many people, mostly suburbanites, I know some of you are listening, if you don't like how we do things in the city, don't come. Don't come here. Now, we know you're going to come anyway, but you can have your thoughts and your feelings and your opinions about the city, fair enough, but keep them to yourself. We're the ones that live here. We pay taxes here. And if we want to have expansive transportation, because we need to take some of these drivers off the road. I really do wish there were other alternatives to driving a car, because some of y'all can't drive. And I'm not even talking about the reckless driver. You live in Wisconsin. There's snow on the ground at least 4 or 5 months out of the year, and you don't know how do you not know how to drive in the weather and the snow that we have many months out of the year? I just wish some of y'all would get on that lost Amtrak train to Chicago. All right, I'm going to take a break, come back. The site says the MARC Rail Primary Study Corridor is defined as the Union Pacific Railroad UP Kenosha subdivision extending from Kenosha north to Racine and Milwaukee. The northern end of the corridor also includes a segment of track owned by CPCK. I don't know what that is. To the south, connection and coordination of the new service with the existing Metro UP North line between Kenosha and Chicago will be an important element of the MARC Rail effort. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back.
Don't touch that dial. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The revolution starts in our mind, right? You know when Gil Scott-Heron said the revolution won't be televised? Like he didn't mean that you won't be able to watch it on TV. He means the revolution starts in your mind. You nincompoop. Y'all been running around saying that for 60 years. The revolution won't be televised and didn't even know what the hell it meant. It starts with us.
Let him cook. Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Hey, Truth Nation, it's your girl DT from The Truth Unfiltered with DT and Dr. Ken Harris. Now listen, at a critical time, through the Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, Old National Bank provided the resources I needed to sustain my business. Now the process had its challenges, but I was supported, and it was also an invaluable learning experience for future ventures. I am so grateful for the support that helped my business thrive. Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to approval.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axhousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Sherwin walks in, the room goes wild. Every lady's heart beating like a child. That smile's electric. He's got the spark lighting up the night, even in the dark. Oh, they whisper his name like a sweet, sweet flame. Sherwin's got that swagger. Oh, he's got the moves, breaking all the rules. He's got nothing to prove. Sherwin's got that fire.
This song kind of sucks. I made this months ago. I don't even remember playing it. That's probably why I didn't play it, because it sucks.
Happened if I was president, so it's a very sad thing. Thank you all very much. I love Tesla.
Let's talk to Bob. Hello, Bob. How are you doing?
Hello, Mr. Sherwin Hughes. I just called for one thing. One thing is, why do you like to watch Polish people eat Picasso? And what is Picasso? I just like to know why you would like to see people eat Picasso. And what is Picasso?
What the hell are you talking about? Bob, did you take your medicine? Are you sleepy? You have a fever? Did you lose all your money gambling again? You on that stuff?
Yo, that's all I wanted to know, man. I'll listen to your comment of why you like to watch Polish people eat Picasso. I'll listen to you off the air. And what is Picasso? You said it. So
Kielbasa.
What is it?
A sausage. Hold on. You thought you confused Picasso, the artist, with a Polish sausage called kielbasa. Just so I'm clear. You asked me why I want to watch people eat Picasso.
Yeah, well, okay. Why do you want to watch Polish people eat that? I mean, it's interesting. It's
Bob,
really
Bob, go to sleep. Go lay down. Wake up at 1 o'clock.
I can talk to you later,
okay,
sir. I wish you would explain why you like to watch people.
Get off the phone, Bob. Get off the phone. I still hear you.
Oh, I'm still on. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's getting worse. Somebody need to go see about him. No, I'm serious. I'm starting to get worried. He said, Sherwin, I want to know why you want to see somebody eat a Picasso. I said, huh? He said, why you want to see Polish people eat a Picasso? No, I said the only interesting or exciting thing happening in Polish Fest is they have a kielbasa swallowing contest. And I just want to see how much kielbasa a Polish person can. And he thought that I said Picasso. So, not sure why I come here. Some days it's not really. I wonder what Bob's algorithm looks like. I wonder if we picked up Bob's cell phone and scrolled, went to his YouTube videos, what would we see if we took a look? Andrew said a lot of timeshare ads. No, he can't afford a timeshare. Bob ain't got no money. We might see stories about the Cinnabon worker fired after racist outburst directed at customer goes viral. And so I saw this story posted on social media, of course, and people got really upset and they were hurt by it. And oh my God, this lady whose name is the local story, I don't even think they say her name, while they're protecting her identity. Crystal Wiley, I think her last name or something like that. So the local story, I got a national story that not only talks about the situation at the Cinnabon where, of course, Donald Trump said negative things about Somali immigrants, and now you have a woman working at Cinnabon. First of all, what is your middle-aged ass doing working at Cinnabon? Didn't even know people still ate Cinnabons. Didn't even know that. That's the embarrassing thing. If I'm working at Cinnabon, I don't want anyone to know. I really don't want to go viral for being racist, because then people are going to say, wait a minute, why are you working at Cinnabon? So Donald Trump says disparaging things about Somali refugees who, let's be clear, we war-ravaged their country, then invited them to come here. Now Donald Trump says they shouldn't be here, and they're here on our invitation. But that's a whole nother conversation for a different day. So people saw this racist interaction and like, oh my God, I can't believe that racism still exists. I like stories like these for a couple of reasons, because it reminds black people that individuals like this lady, they still exist. They are everywhere. And in a lot of cases, you won't ever hear their sentiments. They'll never share with you how they actually feel. I almost think it's like it's a gift. And as horrible as it is, I would rather know. I would rather know. But for whatever your reasons, okay, if you don't like me because of my race, I would rather know, instead of going to your business, going to your shop, your store, your boutique, your restaurant, and having you take my money and serve me. If you hate me, I would rather know. But if you lie to me that I may continue to frequent your restaurant, your shop, your store, your boutique, or your establishment, not only that, I may tell other people to go to your shop, your store, your establishment. Even though this is politically incorrect and probably illegal, if you don't want me and those like me in your business, put a sign on the door and I won't go. Some of y'all would get offended by that. You would rather shop at and spend money with and make rich a racist, instead of the racist telling you that they don't want you nor your money in their store. I think that business owners should be protected under that guise of they shouldn't have to serve anybody they don't want to. And here's the thing. They have that option, but they can't discriminate by race. Sure you should. If you don't want certain people in your privately owned business, tell us. Wouldn't you rather know? Let's say you heard about a new restaurant opening up somewhere in East Town. They want to be whites only. I'll be like, you know what? Cool, good luck. I wouldn't even be mad at it. But some of y'all be like, no, I want to come in anyway. They are literally doing you a solid and saying, we don't want you people in our establishment. And what would we do? We would picket and protest until they let us in. And then eventually there'd be a bunch of lawsuits. And now the business that has a racist owner says, okay, fine, you blacks can come in. What do you think they're going to do to your food? Wouldn't you rather know? I know I would, but I also see that people are very sensitive, and because this generation of African Americans who are younger than me, they've never really heard the N-word being called at them. And when they do, they pull out their phone and they got to record it because it's such a rare occurrence. I was born in the 1970s. I grew up in the 1980s and the 1990s. White people say that word. I grew up with them. I've seen them every single day of my life. And guess what? Now they own companies and businesses, shops and stores. I grew up with them. I know some of their kids. Hell, I know some of their grandkids. But when we hear that word, when we hear the N-word, like, oh my God, I can't believe people actually use it. You know what else is crazy, though, about the N-word? Because I've had many a discussion about it. White people don't like when you use it. They don't like it. They hate it. You want to know why that is? Not only do they hate it, they hate when we say it. Even though most of the time when we say it, we're not talking about them. Sometimes we are. But the only reason why they hate it is because they can't use it. So if they can't say it, your black ass can't say it either. That's the only reason why they detest the word, because they want to be able to say it, but they know the risk involved if they do. And so if they can't say it, nobody can say it. Because here's the thing about whiteness and white supremacy in this country. White folks are not used to being told, no, they can't do something. And they cannot say the N-word. Now, here's the thing. They can. In fact, if you want to say it around me, by all means. Because I will make note of it. And I will share with the masses how you actually feel. I want people to be themselves, and if you feel this way about that group, no, don't keep it to yourself. Identify yourself. Take your hood off. If you feel that way about me, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I would rather know. Sometimes the truth can sting a little bit, but wouldn't you rather know? What if we found out as African-American black people that a third of the establishments that we shop at or eat at hate our guts? Would you still go there? I know I wouldn't. The problem is they don't tell me. There's 1 million of these women all over the place. Crystal Wilsey. And they started a GoFundMe because, you know what? They say a good white person like her who's standing on what she believes should never have to lose her job. So they're raising tens of thousands of dollars for this woman. And here's what I say. I say good. Let them show who they are in supporting her. But I also think this is a very valuable lesson because I'm so tired of talking to white folks that want to deny racism because they know it exists. They invented it. Pretend like, oh, Sherwin, racism doesn't exist anymore. You know what that's called? Gaslighting. Let me take a break, come back, dig into the story. An employee who was fired from a Cinnabon bakery in Wisconsin after a viral video showed her harassing a Somali couple with racist comments, has a criminal record, according to reports. Of course she does. And she looks like a dope fiend. We'll talk about that on the other side. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. We'll be right back.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
Your benefits? Competitive. And you built a culture so healthy, it's practically kombucha. Also, you can recruit the best. Building the strong workforce your company needs? That's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where skills get built, best practices get hands-on practice, and industry-led programs equip candidates for their first day. Going up. By graduation day. Here's to turning real up-and-comers into your next hires. Here's how you get there. Here at MATC.
Day one, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry. This is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles.
The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I rock your world and then your body.
The employee is also recorded giving an obscene hand gesture at customers and exchanging explicatives with one of the persons at the store. The TikTok user who posted the video said the incident happened while she and her husband were taking a break from shopping Friday at a mall in Ashwaubenon, a suburb of Green Bay. The customer said she ordered a caramel pecan cinnamon roll. That actually does sound really good. She ordered with a side of N-word. No, I'm kidding. She ordered a caramel pecan cinnamon roll. Pecan or pecan? How you say it? Pecan. She asked the worker to add more caramel. Caramel or caramel? Pecan or pecan, caramel or caramel? She said it didn't appear to have enough caramel. I say caramel. I say caramel and pecan. She said she began recording after the worker snapped at her and derided her hijab. An online fundraising campaign to support the customers described them as a, quote, black Somali Muslim couple that has been traumatized by the incident. A competing campaign to purportedly benefit the fired worker, meanwhile, has raised tens of thousands of dollars. That effort appears on the same Christian crowdfunding platform where hundreds of thousands of dollars were raised for a Minnesota woman who admitted to using a racist slur against a black child at a playground earlier this year. Oh, I remember that one too. We covered that story. What I found about the whites, and you can't judge all the whites the same. Don't do that. When you assume things about people, you make an ass out of you and me. Don't assume. But here's one way to tell. Make a white person really mad. Cut them off in traffic. Mess up their order at a restaurant. No, make them real mad. Cut in front of them at Six Flags Great America. Now, some whites, they'll get angry. Dagnabbit, you can't freaking cut in front of me. Hey, pal, you got another thing coming. You know how they get when they get mad? But then the others, no. They won't say you got another thing coming. They won't say, hey, pal, and point that finger. They'll go right to the racial slur. That's right. You get them mad enough, you'll see and find out exactly how they feel about you. And you can tell. Sometimes it's right on the tip of their tongue. They want to say it so bad. And here's my thing. Say it. Now, come on. We'll both say it together. Come on. You want to say it? Say it. It's such a controversial word only because white people are not allowed to say it. They want to say it so bad. But guess what? They do say it. How do you think they refer to us when they're sitting around a dinner table? First, they look around, make sure there ain't none of us lurking. You guys familiar with the story of the Butler Police Department that got disbanded because of their use of the N-word? So Butler is a very small little town in Waukesha County, just on the other side of the Iron Curtain at 124th and Hampton. Every single time there was an African-American involved in an incident who was written a ticket, who was arrested or detained, when they had internal correspondences, this is the police department of Butler, they used the N-word in every single incident they were talking about somebody black. That information went public. Someone did an open records request. I even read some of the emails. Oh, it was so bad. And then they ultimately, the chief was never held responsible because they allowed him to retire. And then all of the other officers, some of them were disciplined. I think one maybe lost his job. But then the others just went into the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department. But when I say every single time they pulled over or cited or arrested or detained somebody black, when they referred to that African-American, they used the N-word. So you can't sit here and tell me that they don't say it. They want to say it. And because they can't say it, we can't say it either. An employee who was fired from a Cinnabon bakery in Wisconsin after a viral video showed her harassing a Somali couple with racist comments has a criminal record, according to reports. I guess they just hire anybody to make your damn Cinnabons. I don't know. Maybe a Cinnabon made by a felon tastes better. Maybe it's sweeter. Maybe the dough is lighter and flakier. I'm not sure. The woman identified as Crystal Wilsey was fired after she was seen in the video saying the N-word, making vulgar comments and gestures, and admitting to being racist. I respect her for that. If you don't like black people, don't gaslight me into thinking that you do. If you don't like black people, I totally get it. America has not liked black people. But what happens is when we, as black folks, we feel the subtleties of racism and we bring it up and we want to talk about it, white people are quick to say, oh, stop it. That doesn't exist. That was a long time ago. No. They just don't want us to talk about it because they know it's just as real as we do. Newsweek has contacted Wilsey for comment through messages on social media sent outside of regular business hours. The incident comes after recent attacks on the Somali community from President Donald Trump. His comments have raised concerns about discrimination against Somali Americans, especially as federal authorities are reportedly preparing a targeted immigration enforcement operation in Minnesota that would focus primarily on Somali immigrants living unlawfully in the United States. It also should be noted that Congresswoman Ilhan Omar is a Somali. I hope Trump doesn't try to deport a member of Congress. Wilsey's criminal record indicates charges for disorderly conduct and, drug possession. I knew she looked like a dope fiend. She was charged with endangering children in February 2022. Damn, Cinnabon! Well, hell, at least I know if this radio thing don't work out, they'd hire me. I don't think he want me making this Cinnabons. Hi. Can I get a Cinnabon with extra frost? We don't got no Cinnabons. But, sir, I just saw you pull them out the oven. Your eyes are lying to you. I'm on break. But, sir, you're standing at the register and the sign says open, fresh Cinnabons available. Now, I don't care what the sign says. Sherwin is on break. And I would just sit there and drink my coffee and just look at them. Sherwin, I'm saying my damn name wrong. Sherwin ain't selling those Cinnabons. You come back when I'm ready to serve you. But, sir, my children are starving. Screw them kids. See, I'd be a terrible Cinnabon employee. They'd hire me anyway. She was charged with endangering children in February of 2022, but that case was later dismissed, according to the newspaper. She was also charged with operating a vehicle while intoxicated that month, but that charge was also dropped. Wilsey is from Menominee, Michigan, and studied at Post University, a private for-profit college in Connecticut. According to her Facebook page, she seems to have been she's a Democrat. No, this is a good lesson. Some Democrats are racist, too. She seems to have been a Democratic Party supporter, sharing a post on Facebook in April of 2024 showing a Biden-Harris sign on a lawn and another that said, "Women's choice is on the ballot." Meanwhile, the fundraiser on the Christian crowdfunding site Give, Send, Go has raised more than $90,000. Andrew just updated the total. She now has $105,000. So hang on a second. I got a question for you all. If I call a black person the N-word, will you raise $105,000 for me? Because I promise I will. In fact, where's Zach at? Is he in there? Hold on before I unleash my tirade. Will you all create a GoFundMe for me if I call a black person the N-word? Who do you want me to say it to? Dr. Ken, Tori, Kyle, Rhea, Homer, Dame, Bailey Coleman? All of them? That's easy money. I might call them N-words for free. Not you, Andrew. You don't. No. Some of the donations have come with notes supporting her comments and expressing racist sentiments reminiscent of the messages on a funding page on the site for a Minnesota woman who was filmed calling a black child the N-word earlier this year. It really is. I guess it's not funny, but because race and racism is so ignorant to me that it's ridiculous. It is. Newsweek has contacted the Give, Send, Go website for comment using a contact form. Quote, "Meet Crystal, hard-working white mom doing her job at Cinnabon. 2 Somali customers decide to make her shift hell with intimidation," the description says on the Give, Send, Go page. And then it goes on to say, get this now, instead of banning the offenders and backing their employee, Cinnabon fires Crystal to keep the nons happy. "We're not letting this slide. Funds go to making sure Crystal lands on her feet after this betrayal. No white person should lose their job for refusing to be harassed by Somalians." I'm not even mad at him for that. And look at her picture. Yikes. A Cinnabon spokesperson told Newsweek in a statement on Saturday, "We are aware of the deeply troubling video involving former employee at the independently owned and operated Cinnabon Bakery in Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin. The individual seen in the video was immediately terminated by the franchise owner." I'm going to pause there and pick it up on the other side. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. Will be right back.
More of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized, when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
The holiday season is here, and the countdown to 2026 has begun at Lake Lawn Resort. With all the holiday stress happening these days, imagine waking up next to a cozy fire in your own private suite along the shoreline of Delavan Lake. Enjoy much-deserved pampering at the award-winning Caladora Spa and special holiday dining options throughout the resort all month long, including at the signature 1878 on the lake. Book your holiday escape today, and don't forget to purchase those last-minute gift cards and receive free bonus money at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything is truly better at the lake. Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Wisconsin's own Gruber offices. One call, that's all.
This is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I don't want to write this down. Tell you how I feel right now. I don't wanna take no time to write this down. I wanna tell you how I feel right now. Hey, tomorrow may.
This is the first song I downloaded off of Napster. Umi Says by Mos Def. Oh, I used to steal so much music. Is that still illegal? Can I go to jail for music I stole in the early 2000s? In the 90s, back when I had dial-up, before work, I would start downloading like 20 songs. And then when I got home from work, 13%, 13%, 9%, 9%, 12%, 14%. Like, oh, we're almost there. Another day, and I'll have some songs. Oh, that was just... I stopped buying music. I can understand why Metallica and others sued, because what the hell am I going to buy your CD for? Your CDs were overpriced anyway. They did that on purpose. And then obviously the consumer always wins. We'll just share the music that we have on our computers with one another. And now, if you're a musician, you got to sell merch. Anybody buying a CD? When was the last time you bought a CD? When was the last time you purchased music? Hold on, though. You can purchase Blue Mist. Don't rip me off. I'm a struggling black man that the Cinnabon lady would love to call an N-word. You got to buy my music. Actually, no, you ain't even got to buy it. Just stream Blue Mist on YouTube. I get credit for that. So this lady uses the N-word, got a Cinnabon and a Schwabanon. And they raised $105,000 for her. Why do we, as black people, try to convince ourselves that they don't hate us? They do. And if you think about it, and I'm not even mad at them because they are indoctrinated by ignorance too. If you believe that they have some kind of superiority, if you believe that they make all the rules, and they can do whatever they want without consequence. Donald Trump is a really good example of all the things that is difficult for us to explain. The stuff that he has done, including more than just an association with a pedophile. And here's the thing, y'all, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter that Donald Trump was found civilly liable for rape, that he cheated on his wife who was pregnant with many women and got caught in an illegal scheme to bribe a porn star to keep her quiet. Like, none of it matters. It doesn't matter that he has 34 felonies. Those are some of the advantages that we are talking about as black people that we simply were not afforded. And you could say, oh, well, he's a powerful man, and whenever you're president of the United States, you can do whatever you want. Barack Obama couldn't even think about some of the things that Donald Trump does on a random Monday. We try to convince ourselves that the racism doesn't exist, and then when we hear it, we're shocked. Like, oh my God, they said the N-word. If they are superior, I see it differently, because I've had what I come to find out was a very unique experience growing up. I grew up with a whole bunch of white people. And what I have found is that they are so different. They are so unique. And if you don't know a lot of white people, if you don't have experience with a lot of them, you will think that they're the same. Just like if you don't have experience with a lot of black people, you may think we're all poor, uncouth, uneducated, all on welfare. You have no idea the diversity that black people actually are. And that's why I'm glad that we have this platform, because you don't get more diverse than the black folks you got on The Truth. We're almost too damn diverse. But if you believe, or if they believe that they are superior, think about how they got it. How they got their superiority in this country. Through our bodies. They wouldn't even be who and what they are if it wasn't for them having to go through us. I want you to think about that. And in the meantime, well, it looks like I have a phone call. Also looks like Andrew is on the phone arguing with them. I hope that they're not exchanging N-word explicatives. All right, Andrew, continue on with your phone. Oh, maybe not. The statement added, their actions and statements are completely unacceptable and in no way reflect the values of Cinnabon. What are Cinnabon values, if you had to ask? No way reflect the values of Cinnabon, our franchisees, or the welcoming environment we expect for every guest and team member. We take this situation and remain committed to ensuring all guests are treated with dignity, respect, and kindness every time they visit one of our bakeries. Would you call Cinnabon a bakery? Andrew asked if it was AI. No, it was written by a lawyer. I mean, it could have been AI. But so they always have to give these statements. So this is a part of this like PR damage control. So whenever there's a boycott, or even though we're not boycotting Cinnabon, because, I mean, what would be the point? We shouldn't be eating that stuff anyway. Make your own Cinnabon at home. Get the Pillsbury ones. Put them in the oven. Cheaper. Make them at home. And you ain't got to be called the N-word while you're baking, unless you want to call yourself the N-word, unless you want to recreate a Cinnabon experience at home. Bake your own Cinnabons. But this is a part of the playbook of when companies find themselves in trouble racially and they're facing backlash from a community of color and people are saying, oh, they're going to boycott. There's always a statement. It's a lukewarm apology. But then because Cinnabon probably has a very diverse customer base, you just diversify your assets. So if Cinnabon is losing money selling cinnamon rolls, then have another branch of Cinnabon branch off and like make sandwiches, right? Because they're probably very diverse. Or they might see an uptick of people buying Cinnabon that live in Mississippi and northern Alabama, then invest more in the South in red states. But I don't think that they're in danger of being boycotted. I doubt it. Wilsey's employment was terminated by the Cinnabon franchise owner after the video circulated widely on social media. It remains to be seen if and how much she will receive from donations to the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. Andrew just checked a little while ago. She had raised $105,000 for calling a black couple the N-word. It was a whole nasty tirade. I saw the video. It's very disturbing. It's very disheartening. But I'm wondering if I called a black person the N-word, would you guys give me 6 figures worth of money? Because I've done it for free. Just curious. It is unfortunate, but I think it's one of those reminders that we need every so often that there really are people that have that sentiment. And personally, I find it, I shouldn't say a luxury, but I would consider myself lucky if someone has enough courage to expose their negative racial proclivities, because most of the time we don't hear that stuff and we think that everybody likes us when we know, in fact, that is not indeed the case. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.
Come in with straight truth.
Everything got a message.